I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
This is Mega Switch Up.
Love is all around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you. All I want is love.
Woo! I'm so tired. Fuck.
Zaina, 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 Nana. I sing your name in my songs, Nana. Maybe you can hear me out, Nana. Nana, Zaina, 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 Nana. I hope that you can feel my love, Nana. It goes around and around for ya, Nana, Nana. You are so special, I can see in your eyes. Something got me is the color of the skies. Please take my hand, don't tell me lies. Zaina, Zaina. Every boy will want you, baby. I'm thinking that you want me, maybe. Just hold my hand, don't tell me lies, lies. Oh,
I know that you want me, baby. Feel my heartbeat and just listen to it. Put it on repeat and I will make you love me. You will not resist me. I will make you mine.
Zaina, 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 Nana. I sing your name in my songs, Nana. Maybe you can hear me out, Nana. Nana, Zaina, 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 Nana. I hope that you can feel my love, Nana. It goes around and around for ya, Nana, Nana. It's just the way you look into my eyes, the way you do it got me hypnotized.
So fucking tired, man.
Take my hand,
Should
don't
not have
tell
done that.
me lies.
Should not have done all that.
Zaina, Zaina. It's an am the one that got me twice. Inspiring beauty like there is no price. I gotta have it, there's no second try. Zaina, Zaina.
I know that you want me. Baby, feel my heartbeat and just listen to it. Put it on repeat and I will make you love me. You will not resist me. I will make you mine.
pleci, dar numa numa ei, numa numa ei, numa 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 ei. Chipul tău și dragostea din tei mi-amintesc de ochii tăi, ei. Mai ahi, mai ahu, mai aho, mai aha, mai ahi, mai ahu, mai aho, mai aha, mai ahi, mai ahu, mai aho, mai aha, mai ahi, mai ahu, mai aho, mai aha. Vrei să pleci, dar numai, numai ei, numai, numai ei, numai, numai, numai ei. Chipul tău și dragostea din tei mi-amintesc de ochii tăi, ei. Vrei să pleci, dar numai, numai ei, numai, numai ei, numai, numai, numai ei. Chipul tău și dragostea din tei mi-amintesc de ochii tăi, ei.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, rubber duck. That's right. Reserve.
Yeah, we definitely got us the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
Arizona, noon on the 7th of June, when they highballed over the pass. Bulldog Mac with a cannon back and a Jaguar hauling ass. He's 10 on the floor, stroking bores, seat cover starting to gain. Now Beaver, you were trucking with a rubber duck, and I'm about to pull a plug on your drain.
Let's go.
So yeah, them honks is getting intense up here.
New Mexico on I-40 like a Texas lizard on glass. 1,000 pedals was mashing the metal and bears was walking the grass. We trucked all day and we trucked all night, Big Benny improving our style. We could tell by the smell we was heading for hell, and the devil was Dirty Lyle. And he hated his truck, and he loved to bust truckers for fun. So he followed the line, and he bided his time, and he watched for his chance to strike. Then he picked on a trucker, yeah, wiry old sucker, yeah, the trucker they call him Spider Mike. But the great rubber duck sort of run out of luck when he crossed that final bridge. There's choppers and rigs full of guns and pigs, they's wall to wall on the ridge. He showed no fear as he grabbed his gear, and he stuck it to granddaddy low. Them guns went boom, and his ass went zoom, and the Mac took a terminal blow.
About you, Big Nasty. Come on there, say, listen, Big Nasty, we sure are glad you was along on this here run to kick ass, don't you know? On 10-4, I know you can't say kick ass over see me, Mac.
Well, that big black Mac stopped dead in their tracks when the trailer flew high in the air. There was pieces of truck.
Thank you so much, Benign.
Junk and
Appreciate it.
everywhere. Then the rig took a drink.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sink, and there was no duck no more. But that evil smile from dirty old Lyle showed south from the North Texas shore.
searching for you, finding feelings. I wonder,
So guys,
how do you know my love's so crazy?
I want to let you know something.
No play, don't let me go.
I am so fucking tired. I don't know what's going on with me. I could not sleep. I slept like 2 hours. Woke up at 5 p.m. Had really weird dreams. But I went to bed at 5 a.m. and I woke up at 5 p.m. because I was in bed trying to sleep for like 6 hours, right? So weird. I decided to stream anyway because why not? Fuck it. Hold on.
Now I know my love's so crazy, thoughts are shitty, no play, don't let me go, don't let time flow, let's stop and take control. I am now on my way, on my way, I am now on my way, on my way, on my way.
So I decided to do the new camera angle because I'm just experimenting. So guys, you tell me, what do you like more, the old one or this one? Because this one is a more expansive view, right? You like the old one better? Okay, 1's for this one, 2 for the old one. 1 for this one, 2 for the old one. A lot of people like the old one, though. I'll keep that in mind. A lot of people prefer the old one. Yeah, all the new people. So all the old people like the new one, the old one. Fuck. Do you? Okay, let me clarify. There might be a lot of confusion. 1's for this camera angle, 2 for the camera angle I did yesterday. 1's for this one, 2 for the one I did yesterday. Okay, so everyone likes. No, you guys are not liking the change. You don't like the change. I see. Hold on, this is easy. Hold on. Hold on, look what he said. He said... Hold on. I will only talk to Haas if I see proof that he's ever been touched by a woman. Holy fuck, can we get this on today then? Really? Will you come on stream tonight then? That's easy. That's easy. What the fuck? He'll come on? Will he actually come on? That's free content tonight. I've always wanted this. Holy fuck. Well, that's easy. Those are his terms and conditions. That's a good... Okay, that's fine. I can do that. I might be able to get a new one tonight. She might be able to get a new one tonight, but not in time for the stream. Let me see. I could probably get a new one tonight. What the fuck?
Zaina, 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 Nana. I sing your name in my songs, Nana. Maybe you can hear me out, Nana. Nana, Zaina, 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 Nana. I hope that you can feel my love, Nana. It goes around and around for ya. Nana, Nana. You are so special, I can see in your eyes. Something got me is the color of the skies. Please take my hand, don't tell me lies. Zaina, Zaina. Every boy will want you, baby. I'm thinking that you want me, maybe. Just hold my hand, don't tell me lies, lies. Oh,
I know that you want me, baby. Feel my heartbeat and just listen.
Is it that easy for Bad Empanada to come on?
I will make you love me. You will not resist me. I will make you mine.
Zaina, 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 Nana. I sing your name in my songs, Nana. Maybe you can hear me out.
He can't try to get me banned because he'll get banned too. What a stupid thing.
Zaina, Zaina.
Free content.
I hope that you can feel my love, Nana. It goes around and around for ya. Na 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 na.
Oh, I got a shit.
Look into my eyes, the way you do it got me hypnotized. Take my hand, don't tell me lies. Zaina, Zaina. It's your name, the one that got me twice. Inspiring beauty like there is no price. I gotta have, there's no second try. Zaina, Zaina.
I know that you want me, baby. Feel my heartbeat and just listen to it. Put it on repeat.
This is easy.
I will make you
The fuck?
love me. You will not resist me.
Oh fuck.
I will make you mine.
I'm waiting for him to respond. Because this would be easy then. If he agrees to come on tonight, if I show him a picture of a woman voluntarily touching me, then yeah, I'll show him a picture. I don't give a fuck. Or a video.
Zaina, 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 Nana. I sing your name in my songs, Nana.
I'm gonna ask the person first.
You can hear me out, Nana.
Such a weird thing to have to ask, you know? I'd be like, I need this for my stream. I need it for content. My channel's dying. My views are low. I would say some shit like that. Because it's, you know what I mean? What up, veteran? Yes, there is a showdown. Obviously, you have VIP access to that. Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to respond. Is he gonna respond?
Boy, I think about it
Every night and day, I'm addicted on. Okay, so while we're waiting for him to respond,
I wouldn't wanna have
hold on.
any
Let me change the title.
way. I'm addicted
Bad
and I
Empanada
just can't get
agrees to debate.
I just can't get enough.
Debating Bad Empanada.
I just can't get enough.
Anyway, while we wait for him to agree to it,
Honey got a sexy on steaming.
yeah, I got no sleep and I had some really weird dreams. Holy fuck, I had a weird ass dream.
You got a brother dreaming, dreaming. Damn baby.
Weird ass fucking dream. Today's the Super Bowl, right? It's the Super Bowl. What is this? Can you tell me what a Super Bowl is? It's a Super Bowl. It's oh, I want to talk about Kanye a little bit. I want to talk about Kanye, okay? There's so much shit I gotta talk about. One thing at a time.
I love you long time, so you know the meaning.
Kanye's right. That's his daughter. That's his daughter. And let me tell you something. I don't trust Kim. I don't trust Kim. She don't know what she's doing. Tomorrow's the Super... No, it's Sunday. It's on Sundays, motherfucker.
I'm addicted.
Listen, let me tell you something. That's his daughter. Who the fuck is this Pete Davidson guy? I don't trust this Pete Davidson. Yeah, Kim cringe as hell, man. Kim is cringe as hell. I can't believe she did that shit. And you guys, you think this is all personal? It's political. Kim Kardashian getting with Pete is a political statement. Why? because Pete Davidson is the Democrats, SNL, the mainstream media, the establishment. So she went to that side because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't mean to be the new DJ Academics, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? My honest to God. This is my honest to God view, okay? This is my honest to God view. Kim is not a ride or die. Thank you, Radical Leftist. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Radical Leftist. Let me tell you guys something. Kim is not a ride or die. That whole music video they did where they was in a motorcycle together, she was full of shit. You wanna know why? Because Kanye decided to rebel against the status quo, right? He decided to go against the status quo. He decided to go against the status quo. And Kim didn't like the heat. She didn't like the new heat he was getting with the whole Trump shit and everything. So as soon as they got divorced, what did she do? She went with fucking the SNL guy from SNL. And there's two reasons she's doing it. I don't want to get too personal about it, but I do think Kim is insecure about her age and aging, and she wants a young guy to remind her of her youth. But guess what? Guess what? She's not fit to be a good full cut. Kanye should have full custody. I don't trust her with that custody because she's got a lot of psychological issues going on, and she's not loyal to her husband, the father of her child. If she can't be a ride or die for the father of her child, because let's be honest, they didn't get a divorce because Kanye's bad. They got a divorce because she could not handle the heat that society was putting on her husband. She didn't like that. And that's the honest to God truth.
Crowded places, shouting, searching for you, finding.
And you know what? She's not a good influence. I'm gonna tell you the truth. She's not a good influence. Kanye is a man of God now. He's a man of God. He found, he's religious and shit. And what is Kim gonna do with, Kim is gonna try and raise his daughter to follow her footsteps with Pete Davidson and all those satanic ass people. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Full custody for Kanye. Full custody for Kanye. That's what I believe in. Full custody for Kanye. Because let me tell you something. This is what happened. Kanye used to be satanic. He used to be satanic. And then he decided to turn his back on the satanic music industry and Hollywood and all that shit. But Kim was not about it. But now they have a daughter. And now Kanye's fighting for his daughter. Because he doesn't want his daughter to go down the path of, these celebrity people that are groomed. They're Disney stars, and then from age 5 to age 18, they get groomed, and then when they turn 18, what happens? They become like Hannah Montana. They become like Hannah Montana. I grew up with that shit. I know about Hannah Montana. I grew up with that shit. I saw what she became. Y'all gotta understand. A lot of people are saying, oh, Kanye's just jealous of Pete. And this is just some pettiness because he doesn't like Pete. Nah, it ain't about, it's about his daughter. That's what it's about. He's fighting for his daughter. Kanye, he doesn't give a fuck about that. It's about his family and his daughter. I'm gonna be real with you as an outside observer from my outside perspective. Julia Fox is an upgrade from Kim. Everyone can see that's an upgrade. And he made that point to where he said, hey, I can do better than Kim. So clearly it's not because I'm petty about Kim. It's about his daughter. Yeah. Julia Fox is it, bro. Did you see Uncut Gems? Did you see Uncut Gems? Do you know what I would do for that? Do you know what I would do for that? Yeah, that was her. You know what I would do for that? Oh my God. I would cross rivers and mountains. I will go to war for that. I might even betray chat for that, man. I would betray chat for Julia Fox. Fuck y'all, man. I don't care how much y'all been with me and been ride or die and shit. Y'all ain't that. You gonna watch Uncut Gems. Y'all will never be that. I will betray you for that in a heartbeat. Okay. So hold on. So Bad has agreed to debate me as long as I give him a picture of a woman touching me or something. So Current waiting for his response. But he's nowhere to be found. Still waiting. Where's he at? Where's he at? He said he will debate me. All I gotta do is give him a picture of a woman touching me. No, how do you know she's the one who wanted an open relationship? Kanye's the one who first said they were not dating. Okay? And honestly, look, she already had a child. And I understand, you know, because I wanted to have that child. She was with another man. She had a baby with Peter Artemiev, so she chose him over me, you know? She chose him over me, and damn, man. She's so fine, man. I swear to God, she's beautiful. Oh my God. I would have crossed oceans and rivers and mountains for that, man. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. You know, if it came between chat. Who the fuck is Mythic Politics? Why do you act like I know who that is? I don't know who the fuck that is.
I can see in your eyes. Something got me is the color of the skies. Please take my hand, don't tell me lies. Zaina, Zaina.
Where's Bad Empanada? Fuck. Fuck. Alright, how much more minutes is left? 8 minutes? Get the picture? I'm not doing that because first I'm gonna ask them if I can. Because I'm not just gonna post a picture of, you know, it's weird, right? I have to ask them. But I'm sure they'll be fine with it if it's gonna help my stream. And I'm not just gonna do it if I don't get anything in return. I want him to like commit to this, you know?
Something about you makes me feel good. Come out with me and wander. Breathe in, fade out.
Let me actually get permission.
Forget moments we shared.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
'Cause now I know my love's so crazy. Thoughts are shitty. No play, don't let me go. Don't let time flow. Let's stop and take control. I am now on my way. I am now on my way. On my way. On my way to love ya. My way to love ya. On my way to love ya. My way to love ya. On my way to love ya. My way to love ya. My love's so crazy, thoughts are shady. No play, don't let me go. Don't let time flow, let's stop and take control. I am now on my way, on my way. I am now on my way, on my way. On my way to love ya. My way to love ya. On my way to love ya. My way to love ya.
Completely irrelevant. Good, this is good content. Don't tell me you don't want to see this. Come on.
On my way to love ya. My way to love ya. Clock is ticking on the wall for you and I. Don't you wanna spend the night and paint the sky? I'm crossing borders, feeling high.
Yeah, I guess he's not gonna come. Is it how much longer? 5 minutes?
Time passes by, love is all around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you, all I want is you. Love is all around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you, all I want is dum 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 feeling stronger than a storm, no wrong or right. It's a story that is born right here tonight.
Alright, 2 more minutes and we're just gonna move on.
You be in my
And just assume that he's not gonna do it.
falling deeper every time. Complete me right. Love is all around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you. All I want is you. Love
Okay, I'm gonna open this up.
around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you. All I want is dum 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 dum.
Yeah, we're gonna cover the Keaton covering. Fuck! I got no sleep. Let me put the warning up. We're gonna cover the thing about Keaton confronting AOC was based as hell.
Around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you.
Alright, we'll give it a minute.
Love is all around you, and sun goes up for you. Every day I think about you. All I want is dum 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 dum
You see. Imagine explaining to a normie. I was thinking about getting something tonight, but imagine explaining to a normie like, hey, can we take a picture and can I show the picture to some guy who needs it as a condition for me to debate him? Because what maybe he'll say it's photoshopped if I give him an older one, you know? He'll be like, well, I don't have proof it's not photoshopped. I'm trying to think of the shit he'll say. So like if I get someone to come tonight, I have to like tell them, and it's just so weird, bro. It's like such like cucking shit, you know? Making me look like a fucking freak.
You are so special, I can see in your eyes. Something got me is the color of the skies. Please take my hand, don't tell me lies. Zaina, Zaina. Every boy will want you, baby. I'm thinking that you want me, maybe. Just hold my hand, don't tell me lies, lies. Oh,
I know that you want me, baby. Feel my
Oh man.
heartbeat and just listen to it. Put it on repeat and I will make you love.
Yeah, that's why I want to get him to commit to it and make sure there's no like tricks where he could be like, oh, it's Photoshop, anything like that.
Zaina.
And that way I can just, you know, provide the evidence and it'll come out tonight. But you know what? The 10 minutes have passed. Unfortunately, it looks like he's not coming on. I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. It doesn't seem like he's going to come on. Because he clearly saw the tweets and I guess, yeah. It wouldn't be the first time, you know, as far as like surrendering, whatever. Yeah.
I know that you want me, baby. Feel my heart.
I guess he's not going to debate me.
Just listen to it. Put it on repeat.
All right.
And I will make you love me. You will not resist me. I will
Your stream got a segment on Destiny's latest YouTube video at the end. Why? Destiny. Why am I in Destiny's fucking thumbnail? Someone needs to tell Destiny I'm a 300 Andy now. I'm not that famous anymore. Why am I in his fucking thumbnail? Alright. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is my part. Alright, let's watch it. Zaina, 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 Zaina. Alright, let's check it out.
About that.
Get on before he leaves. Well, Destiny knows that I want to get on, and I can't just join the room, so I have to. He now knows I'm trying to get on. So if I get on, I get on. If I don't, I don't.
Do you want to talk to, or is there anything else you'd rather talk?
It makes it seem like Destiny was reacting to me, but he wasn't. Because I remember seeing this part.
Want to talk about?
It's not the same shirt. This one was gray, and this one's black. Damn. My shoulders look like they're lacking here. This is not good. This is not good. This looks horrible. Hold up, hold up. Hold up. Say, Haz, you're insecure? Yeah, I'm insecure, bitch. I want to make sure. All right, we're still good. We're still good. Still good. We're good. It's just a shirt. There we go. Shoulders, traps, checking in. All right, we're checking in. We're checking in. I was just checking in, guys. I was just checking in. That kind of scared me. That kind of scared me a little bit. But I was just checking in. I was just checking in. Put this shit back on. Zaina. Bro, don't fucking tell me to do more shoulder press. My shoulders are better than you, bro. Don't fucking talk shit about my shoulders, bro. You don't get shoulders like that for free, motherfucker. These are good shoulders. You understand? Look at that. You want to talk shit about my shoulders? Look at these shoulders. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. These are shoulders, motherfucker. Look at that. That shoulder's popping out, man. That's popping out. Telling me to do more shoulder press. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm natty, motherfucker. I'm natty in this bitch. I'm natty in this bitch. Putting my shirt back on. Man, only thing that does me justice is the beaters. These shirts don't do me justice. They kind of look soy. Don't this look kind of soy? These shirts don't do me justice, man. Know what I mean? I don't like this look. I don't like this. Okay, anyway, let's watch this.
I mean, no, if you don't have any more
Speak of the devil.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Haas?
What does he want to talk about?
I don't know, but he was screaming in my Twitch chat earlier.
He wants to debate about shit like who's the manliest man or something. I think that might be funny, but probably not worth anyone's time.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, hey, if you don't have anything else, thanks for the.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Nice talking to you.
Yep. Have fun. Bye.
Damn, 4K. Holy shit, he ran away. I wanted to debate about decolonization. I didn't want to fucking talk about manliness. Damn, it sounds like he's scared. Damn. Well, I mean, look, to be fair, look, we're not going to bully him. We're not bullies. He's a protected guy on Twitch. So here's what I'm going to say. He's very nervous when he talks to people in VC. He's very different from how he sounds when he types. And Destiny's quite a cordial person to talk to in general. You know, Destiny's not going to do it, you know. So I can only imagine the level of nervousness he would have talking to me, which would probably just be beyond the threshold of possibility. Yeah, he, clicked his heels and he was off. I don't know why I said that. Clicked his heels. We're not in Kansas anymore. All right, we're gonna watch the Keaton thing now. Yeah. We're gonna watch the let me just check one more time. See if this guy. Nope, he's not gonna debate. Okay. Alright, so shifting gears. Let me see. I got it. I think Caleb DM'd it to me. There we go.
About that a little bit.
All right, here it is. So Keaton Mansfield confronts AOC on Iron Dome funding. So this guy is part of Caleb's CPI, and we are going. I want to give you guys a reminder of something. Who has the GoFundMe link? And I'll spam the link in the chat for the GoFundMe. But I am going to Austin on the 12th. I'll be there on the 12th with all the other, not all the other ones, some other showrunners. Jackson's going to be there. Samira's going to be there. Peter Coffin's going to be there. And it's going to be a jubilee. Okay? It's going to be a great time. Oh, is Daniel Burke going to be there? Wow. Okay, I think even Pesto Mime's going to be there. Is Pesto Mime in the chat right now? Is Pesto going to be there? Okay, I don't drink. Okay, Pesto, are you 21 or up? Are you at least 21? Okay. 1000% Pesto is coming with us the night of, and we're gonna go fucking bar hopping in Austin. Wait, when are you leaving Austin? Are you leaving the day of the conference or the morning after? Leave the day after, or I don't know. I'm definitely gonna. We're definitely. Pesto Mime has a VIP spot. Pesto's gonna be chilling with me and Jackson 1000%. The night of. You forgot? What do you mean? What did you forget? Oh, okay. Fuck. You might not be there the night of. Fuck. Alright, shit. Alright, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. If you're there the night before, I'm gonna be there the night before as well. So, I think Jackson is too. So, we're gonna actually, I wanna actually have a little bit of fun in Austin too. We're gonna have a serious, it's obviously gonna be very serious and stuff for the conference, but like afterwards or maybe before, we can have some fun, right? Yeah, Austin's gonna be fun. So anyway, I'm going to Austin, March. I don't know if Zerka, I don't know how long he's gonna be there. I think he's leaving. I think he's leaving, like, he's not gonna be there in March, I don't think. I think he's just gonna be there February. But I'm gonna be there in March for the CPI conference. I encourage everybody, if you can, to go, get your tickets, whatever. It's already gonna be packed. It's already gonna be very packed. Gonna be the night of. Alright, bet. So it's already gonna be packed. And it's just gonna be a good time, right? And I was thinking of an idea, but I don't know if it's even legal. Alright, it should be legal, right? Why wouldn't it be legal? What if we have a guerrilla army bar hopping afterwards? I may not drink. I may not even drink. But we just like, we go to like the UT, the college part of Austin. I know this place. Or we go to 6th Street, I don't know. And we bring the whole guerrilla army to have a fucking good time the night of. What do you guys think? Not the whole guerrilla army, but just like as much people as we can. And we'll just, bro, you guys know how fucking fun that would be if we take over a bar? Like, let's say there's like 25 of us. I don't know how many people there's gonna be. Let's say there's like 25 of us. And we just go into a bar. We own that shit at that point. We own that bar. That's our bar. We will have our own bouncer and shit too. Like, we'll have a VIP thing going on. I don't know, man. I don't want to... Bro, I don't know if I'm hyping this in the right way. Because this is a serious political conference. And I'm like creating Project X. You know what I mean? I gotta stop. I'm like promising you guys... fucking Project X, and this is actually like, this is like a frat party or something, bro. This is a serious political conference, okay? So I'm sleep deprived. I'm sorry. I gotta chill, okay? I didn't even tell Jackson about this, but here's what I will tell you. I've told you guys before that I will avoid you in public, right? I will avoid you in public, but at this conference, I won't avoid you. If you don't, just listen. Don't be weird. You can come take pictures with me, whatever. It's all good. What is this? You can come take pictures of me, whatever. That's fine. But I do have some terms and conditions if you want to roll with me. Hugging? No, I don't do that shit. Do not try to hug me, motherfucker. That's too, you got to know your space with me. But you can approach me and, you could be normal. And here's the terms and conditions I got for y'all. Ready? Groom yourselves and shower. I don't want any smelly. Ain't no smelly motherfuckers gonna be rolling in my posse. And ain't no ungroomed neckbeard motherfuckers gonna be rolling in my posse. So you better clean up. You better, be presentable or something. Because y'all cannot roll in my posse when y'all looking like fucking... I don't want y'all to be looking like... Bosch's Reddit. You understand? So do not be looking like some motherfucking weirdo. And give me one measly little second. I'm having trouble with my Uber guy. He's like lost or something. I don't know. He said he's here and he's not here. So did Bad Empanada respond?
Does a woman have from the
Let's fucking goo Big Daddy at Infrared Show.
My official response to the infrared question. Yo, what up, Coogie? Been a long time. What up, man? What? So is this... It's almost like you post this every time you feel cornered. You know what I mean? Should I even entertain it? I don't... What does this have to do with anything? Okay, so I guess you were bluffing. You were bluffing. So you were bluffing. What kind of response is this? Does he... There's no self-awareness. Like, this is old. This is old. This is old news. Just ignore. It is disappointing that, like, I actually thought he would debate me if I gave him evidence. Remember how you said this would end my career? Still here, lol. Anyway, not sure how it's related, so I'm just going to assume you're scared. I'm just gonna say this. There's nothing more that needs to be said. I do remember, though, he first posted this. He's like, this is gonna end Haz's career. It got 200,000 views on YouTube. I mean, on Twitter. But what do you mean? I'm still here. When is my career supposed to end? Yeah, I know. Like, if he was scared to talk to Destiny and VC, I can only imagine what he's thinking about talking to me, right? Hold on, 1 second. Am I a germaphobe? Am I a germaphobe? I'm always scared to, like, I don't know. I'm a germaphobe. I always want to wash my hands. I always get comments like this, like, how many holes are there, Haas? I just don't get how, like, I mean, you have a cartoon profile picture, so I understand why this is, like, you would think is funny. Hold on. Yeah, you guys got it exactly. That's exactly how I'm going to respond to it. I literally have nothing else to say. It's literally just this. It's literally just this. Yeah. It's literally just that. There's nothing else. AOC won't dance with Ted Cruz unless it's to demonize China. Okay, first of all, we have to react to some AOC cringe. Because, what is this? Ted Cruz could never. Um, what is this? How's the scar? How does this have 5,000 views already? He just posted it. How does that have 5,000 views already? What is this? Discover doesn't even have any likes. Isn't that weird? How does that work? It's a little weird, isn't it? Squirters? No, it's not fake. How does this have 5,000 views? What the fuck? He bought fake impressions? Twitter keeps the numbers if he got the video from somewhere else. Oh, it's shared. How do I know where it's shared from? And what is this? Damn. Look at this was September, so actually it's not that bad. That was from September. I was discovering squirters. P? Literally, you're stupid. Squirting is pee? No, it's... I still don't know. Like, what... There's no clear answer on this. I still haven't gotten a clear answer. It's not. Or is it? Is it? Yeah, it is, because when I looked it up, they were like, doctors are still debating it. What? What do you mean you're debating it? Yeah, apparently the jury's out and the doctors don't know. So, or whatever, the scientists don't know. So you know what? I stand by this clip. Because I literally still don't know. I don't know if it's pee or not. I still don't know. A lot of people have told me, oh, it's only a percentage of pee. Okay, how much of that percentage? Because remember that guy I debated and he was like bragging about his girlfriend squirting in his face? I was like, bruh, according to the doctors, that's pee. Or according to the scientists, that's pee. So you're actually bragging about getting pissed on. Yeah, okay, let's look it up again. Because is squirt pee? Discover magazine has proof that it's just pee. Someone finally did this study. What? No. This is why you should not eat the box. It's decisive evidence for not eating the box. During sexual stimulation, some women report discharge of fluid from the urethra. Both the nature and the origin of squirting remain controversial. Why is it controversial? Why is it controversial? Shouldn't we know this? God, scientists are a bunch of virgins, honestly. Everyone knows it's not pee. What a bunch of virgin scientists, okay? In this investigation, we will not only analyze the biochemical... Oh my god. Okay, to be fair, I'm going to already question the method. I'm going to say, okay, so you got 7 women to squirt with science? Science is the biggest turnoff ever. How do you know it was real squirt and not just pee? You know, this is already flawed. Honestly, think about it. Who's the scientist? Samuel Salama. Let's see if this is a guy who can make women come, okay? Because that already calls the entire study into question. So I'm looking this guy up. Samuel Salama, scientist. Huh? Yeah, apparently this is him. Alright. Bruh. I want to make sure there's no vaginas in this scene. There's nothing. Okay. Apparently this is him. Okay. Bruh, I don't know, man. Maybe with you it's just I don't know. The jury's still out, right? There's a lot of unresolved things, okay? All right, okay, Samira, to recap, there's a decolonization guy on Twitter, and he was like, I'll only debate Haas if he provides a picture of a woman touching him. So I was like, okay, will you debate me tonight if I do that? And instead of responding, he did this. He posted a video of me shocked. Let me show you. I was discovering squirters. P? I still don't know. Literally, you're stupid. I was shocked. There's no way it's just pee. Squirting is pee? No, it's not. And then I look it up, and it actually, you know, so we're doing a deep dive. Apparently, this shit is so haram. Whatever, but I don't. So this is the guy who's did the study. I'm not sure if this study is correct because. So you're saying he is responsible for the squirting. I don't know if that's possible. 7 women report underwent provoked sexual arousal. Urea, creatine, and uric acid results. Urea, creatine, and uric acid in all participants. I don't know what all this shit means. I'm gonna be honest. That squirting, okay. Indicate that squirting is essentially the involuntary emission of urine during sexual activity. What? What the fuck? Okay, so everyone who's been bragging about, oh, my girl, she squirted. Bruh, she just peed on your fucking weird ass, man. Motherfucking R. Kelly's out here. Bunch of R. Kelly's out here talking about their... Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, they're saying it's controversial, so this might not even be true, right? But according to this, y'all a bunch of R. Kelly's out here. For real. Y'all a bunch of R. Kelly's out here. Or victims of R. Kelly, I should say. Because, man, I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and I pee away. I don't know. Chemically identical to urine, but the bladder empties during... I don't know what that means, dude. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying... First of all, this has changed my perspective on a lot of shit. This has changed my perspective on a lot of things. And... Hell, nah, man. Nah, man. I'll never get peed on again. I will never be peed on again. I will never get peed on again, okay? That's the truth. Until it's confirmed. Again? Apparently. I will never allow myself to get peed on. Okay? Y'all know the truth now. So let's continue the video. Or is it? Is it? Look at a different study. It's transparent, no distinct smell. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I guess we're just supposed to live with it. It's piss? Coogie, here's what you have to do, okay? To increase your sex appeal, you have to move to Argentina and like tweet about how you're scared to debate people, and that will surely get you whatever you're looking for. No! That clip is so dishonest. It was you talking to 5 girls in chat. Was I talking to 5 girls? I'm done with women. I've discovered. Yeah. Okay, what does this have to do with debating me? What does this have to do with debating me? Should I respond to this? I mean, what do I even say? What does this have to do with anything? What happened to debating me? First of all, what? What happened to debating me? Like, what is that? Yeah, he can bring someone too to debate. He can bring someone alongside himself. What is he saying? He's saying he begs them to like tweets for him. What? Where have I asked anyone to like any tweet here? Okay. Well, I did this October 2021. So what? You know what? I don't need to beg. And you want to know how I'm going to prove that? That I don't need to beg? I'm just going to have everyone like this. Just go ahead and like this. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to post it in the Discord. Let's get it to like 300 likes. I don't need to beg, motherfucker. I'll just tell him to do it. I don't need to beg. Why does he say I beg them to like it? I don't have to beg anyone to do shit. This sounds like a command, not a beg. Oh god, this is okay. Can a bad empanada supporter just give him one like? Come on, the guy only has one like. It's just give him at least one. Another, I give him two at least. Come on, it's not even fair. Yeah, so to be clear, if I tell people to like something, like it'll be like this. It's not going to be like 25 likes or something, you know? Oh god. Good, we're not going to troll him too hard because yeah. Him new block list just dropped. That's, I mean, okay, but I guess he's scared. That's fine. I mean, it's okay to be scared. There's nothing wrong with that, but well, I mean, there is something wrong with that, but like for Twitch's sake, you know, everyone's fine. We're all comfortable here. No one has to debate. It's okay to be a coward. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I guess it got 100 likes in a minute. Fucking stupid. If I am commanding my army to like tweets, you will know. Tweets, you'll know. Alright, everyone get this to 200 likes. Get this to 200 likes. Like, if I'm telling my people to like something, then within 2 seconds, it'll be 30 likes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be like a guy who ratios you with 25 likes, you know? It's been like 10 seconds and it's at 70 likes, okay? Man, this is an example of me telling my people to like something. This is, you know what I mean? I don't have to go and... So he's saying I went in my Discord, and so this is what he posted, right? He posted this, and then this is what we saw. So you're saying I told my Discord to like this? I mean, I can tell them this only has 27 likes. So to be fair, we should boost this because, you know, this... I didn't tell my people to like this. It's only got 27 likes. I mean, let's just... I guess we should boost that one too. Let's boost that one too. Let's just like a bunch of these. Oh god. I mean, yeah, if I'm telling people to like something, you'll know about it. Okay? It's that simple. Wow, 65 likes in like 2 seconds. So I guess we already ratioed him. What a weird way to start off the stream, honestly. I just wanted to debate him. I mean, because I didn't even like initiate anything. Someone said that he said he'll debate me if I give him a picture of a girl touching me or something. And I was like, okay, so will you debate me tonight? And he just, I guess he ran away.
Napoleon_Bonaparte donated $3. They're jealous of the power you have, the army that follows you, and the greatness that awaits all of us.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it, yeah. I mean, does he know that, like, it's very easy to ratio him? He's not as big as I am. He doesn't have, like, as loyal of a following that I do. I mean, okay. Alright, he's not gonna debate me. Oh god. No, I'm not making another tweet. He has like the ample opportunity to come on. According to the terms and conditions he set out, you know? So we're just gonna stop focusing on him and go back to what we were doing. Said what happened to Baby? He goes, it's piss. Okay. Uh, like, what's your point? I don't get it. Zelensky, your time is up. But I don't get it. Like, what do you mean? I thought we're gonna debate. What is this? Okay. Is it? I don't know. I don't get what it has to do with the debate, though. I don't know. Okay. Stupid. You know what's weird? It jumped like 1,000 views. Remember how I said it was like 5,000 something? It's like 6,299 now. Isn't that weird? It's a little weird. It's a little weird, honestly. The fuck? Maybe it was retweeted by someone, but there's like not enough likes to like. It only has 11 likes. Fucking weird. That's actually super weird. Oh, it's probably from me. It's probably from because I quote tweeted it. Probably from me. All right. Okay, let's move on. There's nothing left for us here. $800 in one single room. 800? Not 800. Come on. Um. Damn, that must suck to be the receiving end. Or shit. Spoke with Zerka. Can only imagine what you guys talked about. Oh man. Yeah, I told you he's based. All right. So okay, we're gonna watch. Okay, we got fucking distracted, off track. Don't tell me about shit unless it's relevant. If he's not gonna debate me, I don't give a fuck. Okay. I mean, if he's not going to debate me, I don't care what he tweets. It's not relevant news. So she said Ted Cruz could never. Ted Cruz could never. Why would he want to? I mean, he probably could. I just don't know if he'd want to. You know what'd be hilarious? She gives so much ammo to the Republicans. Because if I was, we're gonna get to Keaton in a second, okay? If I was a Republican, if I was Ted Cruz, I would just do this dance and emulate it. I would just emulate this dance and mock her as Ted Cruz. But he's not even like a real conservative, so he doesn't even know how to troll the libs, you know? It's pretty sad. She won't dance with him Unless it's to demonize China, though. AOC Ted Cruz co-signed letter blasting NBA for its support of China instead of American values. Wow. I wish you could never either. Huh? No. What happened? I wish you could never either. Alright. What an insult. Okay. So anyway, talking about the CPI, Keaton is a guy from Caleb's CPI. He went to Austin DSA where AOC was speaking, and he called her out for her warmongering and all other kinds of bullshit, and her inability to force the vote and whatever. So, this guy's going to be at the CPI conference, March 12th. Remember to be there. And he called out AOC, okay? So, let's see what he said.
About that a little bit too, because
you refuse to fight tooth and nail against the Iron Dome funding. You refuse to stand.
So these are the guys on Twitter that talk shit to me, by the way. These are the dudes on Twitter. Hey, don't link the tweet. Come on. These are the guys on Twitter that talk shit about me. Two holes. Haz. How many holes are there, Haz? That's it. This is also the guy. How many holes has? 2 holes? So let's see. So Giga Chad Keaton storms the Austin DSA and heckles AOC. And her army of soy boy beta males. Watch out for these guys. These are really tough guys, okay?
let's talk about it.
This is a man. These are men who are secure in their masculinity. You know, like me, I'm an insecure male, right? This is what a secure male looks like. Both of these guys and this guy. These are secure males, okay?
Let's talk about it.
The people of the world.
Let's talk.
You know, like, don't all these people, like, attack me for my height? You're 5'8", you're 5'8". How tall is this guy? This guy can't be more than 5'1". Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, what? You know what I mean? This guy can't be more than 5'1".
Because
I thought all the DSA people are like 6'5".
let's
I thought DSA people are all like 6'10" or something. How does this like 5'1" guy there?
actually start on that though, right? Because I don't believe in elephants in the room. Let's speak on it, because we are all here in solidarity to fight for human rights.
I fucking can't stand how she talks. She always has this fucking tone on her voice where she's like, she's about to like cry in indignation. Let's talk about it. We all need fuck.
Let's speak on it, because we all.
Is she trying to use like AAVE, African American Vernacular English? She's like, let's speak on it. She's trying to talk like she's like about it. You know what I mean? Look what she just said.
Actually start on that though, right? Because let's actually start on that though, right?
Let's start on it though.
Because I don't believe in elephants in the room. Let's speak on it, because
Let's speak on it. Bro, shut the fuck up, man. Thank you, Johnny.
Johnny_the_ commie donated $5. One Keaton is stronger than 1,000 DSA soy boys.
Oh, obviously. Yo, she tries to talk like some shit that she doesn't talk like. Hold up, guys. We have a guy in our chat. Infrared hates women. You're right. Goodbye. What point were you trying to make? I don't know. Totally. Hey, Twitch, I'm being sarcastic, obviously. like sarcasm. But like, what's your point? What do you mean? Like, I hate women? Based on what? I don't hate women, but I hate saying good things about women in public. Does that make sense? I don't hate them, but I'm not gonna just say good things about them. Like, okay, fine, you know. I'll privately accept the other sex. You know what I mean? I hate virtue signaling. I feel like the healthy thing is men and women should hate each other. That's the healthy thing. Not hate, but just ignore a little bit. You know?
Because we are all here in solidarity to fight for human rights for Palestinians and Palestinian kids, and for children all over the place. And I don't believe that a child should be on a cage in our border, and I don't believe that
Yeah, but who cares what you believe? I'm sick of people like, I believe in the big rock candy mountain. Okay, what does that mean, meat and potatoes in real life? I don't give a fuck what you believe. What do you stand by? Imagine if I voted for Trump and was a Trump supporter, and I was like, I don't agree with grabbing by the pussy. She's like, but you're supporting a man who said that 15 years ago in a locker. And you know, by the way, I would have been justified. Like, if I voted for Trump and I was like, yeah, I don't agree with the whole grab him by the pussy thing, because it's like completely immaterial as far as his policy. But because it's his personality, I would have to be lumped in with him just because he said that 25 years ago or something, right? So Biden can actively pursue policies. She can vote for them in Congress, vote for these bills in Congress, and advocate for us to vote for Biden. But she's somehow absolved of any responsibility for the actions of this administration because she personally doesn't believe in them. What a stupid fucking thing.
a child should be in a cage in the West Bank.
What a stupid argument.
And I believe that we should be supporting that. However, if we want to make that reality happen, it's not going to happen on the internet, y'all. It's got to happen in person. It needs to happen with conversations. And it has to happen with conversations with people who are already not on your side. We have to expand.
AOC, everyone hates you. There's no one who's not on your side that likes you. When have you successfully held a conversation with a Trump supporter? Never. They all hate you. Talking about conversations, you should have been talking like this in 2020 or 2019 when Bernie was running. That's when you had the opportunity to say this shit. But now you're going to talk about conversation? Like, get out of here. Didn't you say that, like, January 6th, like, you were directly threatened or something and nothing happened?
We have to grow. We need to educate people on what's going on. Because a lot of us didn't grow up in households where this issue was discussed, right? The plight...
Are you going to meet AOC in Austin? Fuck no. Why the fuck would I meet AOC? What? Like, how random? Of course not. I'm not going to meet AOC.
And we already know, with media, with all this stuff, Palestine is basically a banned word. It's censored. We don't talk about it. No one knows about it. So if we care about this, my brother, if we care about it...
Okay, please don't say my brother. She's so cringe. I swear to God. You know what AOC's like? AOC's like that one girl who just discovered wokeness, and she's like getting all up on board in it and shit. She's like trying to change her entire personality and mannerisms and language and vocabulary based on it. And it's extremely cringe. It's just extremely cringe, you know? Don't say my brother, okay? Can you just... Well, I don't know. It's kind of too late for you to say anything, to be honest. Don't remind me of fucking Hillary's fake accent. Don't remind me of Hillary's fake accent, okay? I'm about to eat some food, and I can't be choking on food laughing. Don't remind me of fucking Hillary's fake accent, okay?
Captain Waffles donated $3. Witness Gigachad Keaton take on the woke face of US imperialism. Unfathomably based. Keaton will ride to Valhalla.
Thank you, Waffles. And you're right. 1000% correct. I detected no lies. Okay, so here's the wow. Okay, look, this is not a terribly high goal. I think we can meet this goal. So this is, by the way, for the conference. Am I allowed to? First of all, does Twitch have rules about GoFundMe's? Can I advertise GoFundMe's on Twitch? Can I like show the screen of a GoFundMe on Twitch? Can I link it in the chat? Am I allowed to do that? Does anyone know? Am I like violating some rule or some contract? Does anyone know? Let me look it up. GoFundMe's Twitch. Advertise GoFundMe Twitch. Okay, anyway, the GoFundMe, I'll put it on the Discord at the very least. I'll just put it on the Discord. So you'll see it in the Discord announcements. There you go. It's in the Discord announcements.
We gotta be about it. Yeah! We gotta be about it. And when the votes happen,
Yeah, what does it mean to be about it? Because as he put it, you voted for the $1 billion Iron Dome for Israel. So what does it mean to be about it?
and when the votes happen, they have to reflect the community's understanding and building of the issue. So
What? This is the most stupid fucking argument that I hear when it comes to force the vote. You're AOC. You're not supposed to. You don't vote based on what you think the people as a whole want. You vote to represent your constituency. I literally sat with Jackson for like 3 hours smoking a cigar, and we were talking about this. I was like, so Sam's gonna bring up the argument, like, thank you, Danzy. He's gonna be like,
Rising.
this was before his Sam Cedar debate. I was like, yeah, he's gonna say some shit like, you know, she can't vote against what the majority of people want. And Jack's like, well, the norm is you're supposed to just represent your constituency and their interests. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It's so weird how people are voting based on what they think is popular, not based on the mandate they were elected for by their constituency. It's just crazy. This is tailism, by the way. This is what Lenin meant by tailism. Okay? Tailism is when you have no independent anything. You're just completely fucking tailing behind the community. Whatever the fuck that means. Why are the DSA fucks using Zapata imagery for their liberal bullshit? Because that's what they do. They just try to fucking... They have nothing. What else imagery are they going to use? What imagery are they going to use, huh? Are they going to use the imagery of, like, Chaz heroes? Are they going to use the imagery of the Chaz mugshot people? They have to steal the imagery of actual revolutionaries. It's not like they can use Joseph Rosenbaum, the heroic victim of, fuck, I forgot his name. The guy, what's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah. I'm gonna pee, okay? I'm gonna pee, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee. Oh shit. So fucking tired, man. I'm gonna eat. Is that okay? Can I eat? Can I eat without any problems? Can I eat? Salmon for later. God fucking damn it, man. I'm so fucking sick of this fucking restaurant, man. I literally asked them, fucking give me utensils. I don't have a plastic fork or anything. I tell them, give me a fucking plastic fork, and they never include it. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's so simple. Just put in a fucking plastic fork. Fuck, man. So sick of eating this shit with my hands. The fuck up, bitch. Man-child can't keep metal forks or knives. Because I haven't bought any, you fucking dumbass. I don't have time. Oh, I'm gonna just go and buy a bunch. I don't have shit, motherfucker. Fucking dumbass. She's not against Israel, only Netanyahu.
Well,
What?
I think that the Netanyahu administration has been pursuing a lot of extraordinarily concerning policies, and
Did you guys know that in Israel, Netanyahu has the backing of the Mizrahis? That's why the decolonization people are fucking idiots. The left-wing liberals in Israel are all the European settlers. The right-wing, Netanyahu's party, all of their support comes from the Arab Mizrahis. But the decolonization people are like, oh my god, all these Trump supporters and Canada people, they're just like the Israeli European settlers. No, they're not! Because majority of European Israelis are left-wing and progressive. What a stupid... These decolonization people are fucking stupid. They're literally brain dead. And you know what? All these diaspora, like Middle Eastern people that I talk to, they're always so shocked when they find out that the Mizrahi in Israel are very right-wing. The Eastern Mizrahi who come from the Arab countries. They're like, oh, but I thought it's decolonization and that we're all hand in hand. Left-wing POC against settler colonialism. No, that's not how it fucking works. The POC in Israel are super right-wing. Super right-wing. And it's the white Israelis that are left-wing in Israel. That are liberal and shit. Stupid fucking American dumbass leftists. These are diaspora people, and they're like from my background, and they're like, yeah, the Mizrahi in Israel, they're totally in solidarity with the Palestinians for decolonization. No, they're not. They're not.
it's to conflate an individual leader or ego with being against the entire country, I think is a hallmark behavior of folks like our president. You know, just like we have the ability to criticize our president without being anti-American, I believe we can criticize the policies and the decisions that the administration over there is pursuing without being against a country overall. In fact,
This is like the most stupid shit I've ever heard. She literally says nothing. I just don't want to like take a stance on anything and be as least controversial as possible. You know, be perfect for AOC. Look, I'm gonna actually say some controversial shit. Ready? There is only one way to successfully criticize Israel in America. And it's this. It's not our business. That region of the world is not our business. It doesn't concern us. Let Israel fend for itself. It's not our problem. And leave it there. Don't be this activist, moralistic person. Oh, but the injustice. No, that's it. You already lost. When you fucking act like AOC, you already lost. Literally, the correct position to say is just this. It is not our fucking business. I don't know why we're getting entangled with their problems, the Middle Easterners' problems, you know, and let's just, it's not our problem. That's all you have to say. When you get on this bullshit like, I support the Palestinians and the injustice, you're speaking from emotion, you're a fucking idiot. Let me tell you, I'm going to warn you guys about something. These new pro-Palestinian leftists here in America, they are 100% neoconservatives, warmongers, liberal interventionists. Don't trust these pro-Palestinian leftists here in America. Because it's pretty convenient how they only just decided to start supporting the Palestinians when the Palestinians were completely abandoned by all the Arab governments and it seemed like they have no chance. Only when you become a victim with no chance at all does the left support you. Just like indigenous people. Don't trust this fake pro-Palestinian sentiment.
I think that what we all are united for is for a peaceful future that is just and economically just, socially just, and culturally just, that provides for the civil.
Listen, I don't care what you think about Palestine. Tell me what you think about the Taliban. Oh yeah. Tell me what you think about the Taliban, motherfucker. Because that's going to be my litmus test. If you understand? Tell me what you think of that Taliban. Because it's easy to just wave that Palestinian flag or whatever. That don't tell me shit, right? Tell me. I'm not saying support. I didn't say support. But just tell me, like, are you concerned about Afghanistan? Or are you saying, okay, it's good we pulled out and they'll take care of their own things? I'm not talking about support.
Rights and human rights of all people. And they can no longer use this allegation of anti-Semitism to defend their unjust and inhumane policies that hurt all people. And frankly, I think it damages the security of all people, Israeli, Palestinian alike. And you can't use this cudgel of anti-Semitism to scare people away from pointing that out. We won't stand up for that anymore, and we have to stand up for the peace and security of Israeli and Palestinian people. But frankly, Trump's policies do not advance that, and neither do Netanyahu's.
I'm going to just recap what she just said. Because it was a mouthful. It was 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'll recap it in like 20 seconds. Ready? And that's why I'm not going to do it. That's why nothing will change. That's literally all she said. I'm telling you the truth. Okay. This dude came in my chat and he just goes, "I don't like women." And you know what it is? It's literally just this leftist guy trying like, "Oh, are we gonna be accepted in this community if I say I don't like women?" Dude, you don't know how much of a parody you sound like. Even the most misogynistic fucking people don't come out and just be like, "I don't like women." That's a joke. It's a parody. A real misogynist will not say, "I don't like women." A real misogynist will say some shit like, "The problem with today's modern women is that they don't want to fuck me." And they'll just be like that. They won't say, like, they won't literally just come out and be like, "I hate women." No one will say that, dude. Nobody says that. Not even the biggest misogynist is going to say that. Even that fucking mass shooter, Elliot Rodger, didn't just say, "I hate women." He was like, "It is unfair that these female species will not shower me, a prince, with praise and adoration." Nobody just comes out and says they hate women. That's why when I joked and they were like, "Oz, what do you think of women in general?" And I was like, "I hate them, obviously." And people took it seriously. I was like, I could tell you're a dumbass. I could just tell you're a dumbass. You know? Alright. So, Mr. Slavoj Zizek went on the Serfs. Which is weird. But he went on the Serfs. We'll see about getting him on. He couldn't come on tonight. He was tired and busy. We'll see if he'll come on another day. Yeah, I know Jackson went on Galloway. We're going to cover that after. So the Serfs is trying to spin this narrative that Zizek is against the truckers and is rather upholding indigenous people and environmentalists. It's complete bullshit. So we're going to watch this and I'm going to explain why this is narrative spinning bullshit. Edberg has already contacted Nick Land. I'm not sure about I don't know, it's been like a week or a few days. Hopefully he'll come on. I would really like to have Nick Land on the show. And I don't want to argue with him at all. I'm not even going to raise our points of disagreement. I just want to talk about sci-fi. I want to talk about sci-fi. And I want him to talk about his countercurrents. And, you know, I know how to talk to him. He doesn't like debates, and I respect that. He just wants to, like, he wants to give expression to his insights. Something like, I don't know how to explain. He wants to develop his ideas and stuff. He wants the breathing room to do that. And I want to allow him to do that, you know? Will he say racist shit? No. No, he's not an animal, you know? If you tell him, "Hey, these are the rules, just steer clear of these topics," he'll steer clear. He understands, you know? Why does he tweet cringe? Because it's what he believes. I don't care about that stuff. I want to talk to him about blockchain, science fiction, and maybe even movies. I want to talk to him about Dune. I would love to talk to him about Dune. Because he really liked it. I want to know why he liked it. I did not like Dune. But if I would love for him to share his perspective, because maybe I'll like it if he talks about it if he makes me think about it in a different way, you know?
You have now in Canada, and it's exploding everywhere, this truckers strike and so on and so on. I don't know how it is with you, but even in my, as Donald Trump would have put it, shithole of a country, Slovenia, although his wife was from here, it was so interesting that you know who dares to strike in Slovenia? Highly paid state employees. For example, in hospitals, not the nurses,
These are professional managerials.
but top paid doctors. They're paid by state.
Zizek has written a piece, I think it was in like 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. And he titled it The Revolt of the Salaried Bourgeoisie, which is basically the professional managerial class. And that's what he's talking about. So here, he's mistaking the truckers for the PMC because he's not informed.
Most hospitals are still public, and they know that they scare the shit out of the people if they go on strike, who will operate me, and so on and so on. So to be in a position to be able to strike, to go on a strike without really threatening your existence, it's a very privileged position. Non-valorized workers. And next thing, some of my ecologically oriented Marxists pointed out, they call this, it's a clumsy term.
I'm going to break down this whole thing.
No longer exploitation of work, but more.
So first, on the thing about privilege, even if we were to accept this framework, privilege theory has nothing to do with Marxism. So are they more privileged? Well, no more than the first slave who can revolt is privileged, right? Leaders of the slave revolts could read, so that makes them privileged, right? Well, what's the point, right? Being privileged does not inherently say anything about your class position. Second of all, what he's talking about is their leverage. But I think as a Hegelian, he should know that the truckers don't simply have a privilege. They don't have a privileged place in some kind of hierarchy of society and statehood where like they're the privileged, especially salaried ones. They have a materially decisive place as the material foundation of the state. Like, they are the lifeblood of the state itself. So when they revolt against the state, this is a form of the state entering into contradiction with itself. In other words, it is not that the truckers are privileged in some feudal hierarchy where the lords favor them more. Their leverage and privilege comes from their actual material importance for the state itself at the material level of its own reproduction. And furthermore, we're going to have to get into Heidegger and stuff to explain more about how the very way of life epitomized by the truckers and other people working in heavy industry represent the primary form of existence corresponding and making possible the modern Canadian state. The material foundation of Canadian statehood lies in this way of life and this social contract, which I kind of touched on before, but we're going to explore it more, right?
Exploitation of existence, of your conditions of existence.
So keep that in mind. Exploitation of your conditions of existence.
You in Canada, no? Your Trudeau was a little bit disappointed here that fracking and so on, basically it goes on. No, no.
Zizek's biggest mistake comes from his environmentalism. Biggest mistake.
And so on. Why?
Actually, not just that. I could even critique his philosophy as trusting the established consensus of science too much. He's not a skeptic of science.
Why is this tragic? Because at least I read some reports on how it's really ruining the countryside. indigenous people who usually live close to those sites, they are not exploited formally. They are not paid, they are just ignored, but their conditions of existence are ruined. And this
Yeah, but ruining their conditions of existence is not a concrete form of exploitation. It's just a misfortune that has befallen them. Scientifically speaking, it's not a form of Marxist exploitation. Now, on the other hand, it may remind us of that, though. Truth is, indigenous people are an aesthetic prop that has something to do with our consciousness. It's in and of themselves. We don't give a fuck about them. Leftists, I mean, don't give a fuck about them. They just represent something symbolically and ideologically, right? When we actually understand what he's trying to say scientifically, I agree. There has been a shift from the exploitation of labor strictly in the form of labor inputs into production and what Zizek will try and call the exploitation of our conditions of existence. But that is precisely the state facing the truckers. The truckers are indebted, right? They took loans out on their trucks, and this paying of interest and paying of the debt, the loan back through interest, is precisely a way in which banks exploit the conditions of the existence of the truckers. There's no better way to describe that than through debt, because it can be scientifically measured. It's not just referring to like a misfortune befalling them. It is a direct form of financial parasitism and exploitation of the conditions of existence. Debt is the primary form. Rent is another big form. Rent based on the speculations of the housing market. So you have to start thinking, he's on the right track. He's just making the wrong conclusion. Now, I also said that, so I responded to this, and we're going to actually possibly look at the VOD, actually, because I want to see more. Because maybe we'll find things that... Here, Slavoj Zizek, a conversation. So it's going to start here. All right, so we're going to keep that here for safekeeping. Anyway, so I responded to this, and what I said was, Zizek is making a detached theoretical observation about the nature of work in the 21st century. It has nothing to do with any real position on the convoy, which he doesn't have. I will be explaining on stream his Heideggerian point and why it actually implies that convoys are workers' revolt. So that's actually what I'm going to do right now, okay? So I'm going to... my butler is gone, so I have to throw this out myself. And I also have to eat my rice with my hand because I don't have any utensil. Because the restaurant is trying to save the environment. And they could not spare me any plastic forks or spoons. Imagine if I was allowed to like use my streaming powers for evil and just like fucking ratio the Yelp reviews and be like, yeah, leave a shitty review and tell them that they don't fucking leave forks. That'll teach you. But I'm not allowed to do that. If I was allowed, I would do petty shit like that. You know, the only reason I don't do that is because I'm not allowed to. Otherwise, I would. I'm petty by nature. Do you understand? Which was like, this rice was just like one big piece of bread that I could just eat. Kind of is. Arabs eat rice with their hands? No. They use bread. Alright. If we're gonna eat it with our hands, why don't we just make one big rice? Why is there like 1,000 different rice grains? Let's just make one big piece of rice and we just eat that and it won't break apart.
Based.
Netflix workers are the real proletariat's nerd face index pointing up medium dark skin tone.
So why was I gone for so long? Because I was eating an apple fritter that I ordered last night. And I didn't want to throw it away, so I just finished it. It's my dessert. Suck my nuts. Okay. So how does Heidegger fit in this? Conditions of existence versus selling your labor as a wage laborer? Well, so I'll explain it like this, okay? Very briefly.
Based.
Thank you, the sugar. Appreciate you. There's a shift Heidegger represents. So Marx's worker, the worker that we think of that Marx talks about, Marx's worker is just a modern subject. What a modern subject means is it's a subject we don't make any assumptions about. So their nationality, their culture, their history, their character, their tastes, their personality, whatever, right? It's not that they're devoid of roots. We don't care. We don't make any assumptions about that. It's a modern subject, an abstract modern subject that is merely defined by owning its labor. So I'm here, a modern subject, and I'm going to sell a piece of my labor, a piece of my flesh, to a capitalist. And Marx actually describes this as similar to like an animal selling its pelt to a hunter, right? So here I am, modern subject. I stand here I stand, I'll sell my labor as a commodity. That's the Marx's worker, right? Here comes Heidegger. Hunters are animals, notes. How is that what you took away from what I just said? I'm rapidly losing faith. I'm rapidly losing faith in your ability to understand anything. I said Marx compared it to an animal that would shear off its own, that's selling its pelt to a hunter. It's a metaphor. Saying that animals, what's that other dumbass in my chat? He just goes, animals don't have self-consciousness. I don't know. Are people this stupid? Are people just this stupid? Okay, anyway. Heidegger begins his whole shtick with this kind of critique of Cartesian modernity, right? I'm simplifying a lot of shit. Heidegger says the Cartesian subject, this abstract, empty subject that says, I think, therefore I am. Heidegger says this is leading us down the rabbit hole of nihilism, right? Because the modern subject is devoid of any qualities, right? Or at least any assumptions we make about their qualities. And it's this emptiness, right? The worker is like empty in some kind of way, and it's just selling its labor. What about the substance, the qualitative, particular character of the worker, right? So, with Heidegger and his question of being, he opens up the question of being. What is our being? So, labor is a being. It's we have a being. With Cartesian modernity, I think, therefore I am. Being is only measured in the form of its thought. But what about being in general, right? Being as such, not just particular beings. So, with Heidegger, there's a shift from an emphasis on the inward Cartesian subject versus the world to the world as the site of the disclosure of what's within. So I'm going to do this in MS Paint, very simply. Okay? Very simply. So, before Heidegger, you kind of have this approach, right? Here is me, the thinking guy, and I have a brain. And this is where, let's just put a star. The star, fuck, is this complicated? Let's just put, what would represent like my inner essence? The soul is, this is the soul. The soul is right here. Let's just say the soul is here. It's within, right? And then here you have the world. And the world is kind of this box, right? So this is before Heidegger. Now after Heidegger, what do you have? You have the subject here, and it's a question of the way, the actual nature of this soul, not only the nature of soul, but how it's becoming disclosed to you, right? So the soul is actually out here in the world, not within. Dormant. It is disclosed to you externally, right? So this is the Heideggerian approach, right? The Heideggerian shift of looking at things. So this also applies to Marxism. With traditional Marxism, you're kind of stuck in the box, basically, right? After Heidegger, the question of the worker and the laborer shifts from a question of like predefined categories or definitions or concepts of what a laborer is, and the way in which the phenomenal world, the external world, is not a distinction of consciousness versus self-consciousness. No, okay, don't overthink it. With the Heideggerian approach, it's a question of things like being and existence and things like that. So, with Heidegger, it's more like, what are the conditions of existence, let me just represent as black, that ground my relationship to the external world in the first place? How does the external world also ground my very relationship to it, right? So this is kind of like Heidegger's Dasein. Here, it's not a question. It's here I am, my soul is within, this is the external world, already neatly defined in a certain way. With Heidegger, there's an openness as to how the external world is defined. The external world is the very disclosure of our own being, and moreover, we beg the question of in what way this very external world grounds our very ability for its very ability for it to be disclosed to us. What does it say about our position in relation to the external world that it discloses itself to us in a certain type of way, right? So with Heidegger, what's his importance for Marxism is basically this. It's basically this. Instead of thinking labor as just something the modern subject is selling as a commodity, it's a complete inversion. In what way does the world define the subject in the first place? Instead of the empty Cartesian subject, this subject who is selling their labor in the first place is somehow defined externally in the world. And this externality becomes intelligible to us and relevant to us. This is the significance also of ecology for Heideggerians. Heideggerian Marxists are principally ecologists. They're interested in ecology. Why? Because they're interested in how the external nature enables the conditions of possibility of our subjectivity itself in ways that are not conditioned by our subjectivity. Ergo, we cannot put nature in a box. Nature comes first, defines us in a certain way, and only after that do we put things in boxes. It's not first in a box, it's this kind of more primordial ground, right? That precedes us. You understand? So it's kind of like the Cartesian subject and the Dasein, right? So how does this relate to what Zizek was saying about the difference between the traditional worker and the so-called conditions of existence that are now relevant today, right? Instead of the traditional worker. Because the traditional worker can no longer take for granted their conditions of existence. Why can they no longer take for granted their conditions of existence? From there, we have to shift from Heidegger to more modern economists, people like Michael Hudson, everyone else, the ecologists, and all these new 21st century modern economists. And from then we'll learn that the reason is because it's actually become relevant economically and within the sphere of political economy. And this is principally in the form today, and Lenin more or less talks about this, in two ways, right? The older way that's been here for like 100 years is the new role of finance and banks and their new role, right? Which Lenin talks about. The role of banks in replacing landlords that exploit the fundamental conditions of the existence of capitalist accumulation and the sale of commodity labor through debt. You know, you have to, they will be creditors, and then you become indebted to them. They are basically premising your conditions of existence. Before I can just engage in the normal capitalist marketplace that Marx talked about, I have to give the bank interest. You understand? So that's another way. But now the new way, which Zizek himself has touched upon, is what? Guess. Guess. It's so fucking obvious. Just guess. Guess what it is. Beyond finance. I just want one person in the chat to get it right. Okay, Benign just got it. Not just data, but Silicon Valley, big tech. Big tech precisely is fulfilling this role of exploiting our conditions of existence. Microsoft doesn't get profit from, and this is what Zizek pointed out, from the labor that went into the program of Microsoft. It's from rent. We pay Microsoft a rent to use its product. And the same, and it's true for the free forms too, like social media. Well, then you may ask, how do we pay Twitter, and how do we pay Facebook, and how do we pay Amazon? What is the form of rent that we're giving them? Because we're not giving them money. These are platforms that are free to use. We're not giving them our money, so what are we giving them? And here is where begins Marxist political economy in the 21st century. We are giving them our data, which is the most valuable commodity in the 21st century. Our data. The principal form of exploitation is not only exploitation of the conditions of our existence in the sense of disrupting our environments and our ecology, as Zizek used as an example. More principally, it is literally extracting the wealth of particularity and determinate being we produce by living our lives. So just by living our lives. So first of all, these Silicon Valley people, they have a blank slate. They don't know anything about us. Just by being who we are, we're producing some kind of wealth. And that wealth takes the form of data, which is very valuable. Just through being what we are, going through the motions and the routines of consuming what we want or need to consume, the daily habits and patterns that correspond to, it's like the commodification of life itself, right? So what does this have to do with the truckers? Okay? The truckers own, I explained this before, basically. I explained to you the political economy of the truckers. Their replacement of the agricultural proverbial plot of land with the compound form of labor or property after World War II, which is the truck, the home, the car, whatever, right? Which is mobile and no longer simply the classical form of private property. Therefore, you cannot accuse them of being petit bourgeois, right? Truckers are rebelling not principally in an economic way. It's a political way. They represent the democratic, the material basis of democracy. Democracy is in the strict sense of the rule of the people after World War II, right? the truckers are resisting what is a symbol of the most primordial form of the primitive accumulation of data, which is used by state power, which is the vaccine mandate. They're resisting it. This inscription of us into vaccinated or not vaccinated, which is going to determine our employment and all this kind of stuff, that is a form of primitive accumulation of data the state is employing. And the truckers are resisting it. And why are they resisting it? Because they're resisting it on political terms. It's not necessarily that they're reactionary Luddites resisting the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the data economy. It's that they are not allowing the state and the current ruling class and the monopolies and the establishment to get away with basically surviving it, right? They're trying to clamp down and destroy any semblance of civil liberties and democracy to save their own asses amidst the Fourth Industrial Revolution. So there you go. What's the plan then? It's always the same plan. Okay? It's land reform. Whether it's proverbial land or otherwise, it's land reform. The only way you stop this so-called exploitation of our conditions of life is through giving the people ownership of their own conditions of life. Some kind of proverbial form of ownership of their own conditions of life. That's what they have in China. They own their own conditions of life. That's why China's a socialist state and it's a people's republic. It's not because all of the means of production and factories and equipment and businesses are owned collectively, but this more fundamental conditions of life is publicly owned. Right? I mean, it belongs to the people. The Chinese government ensures that the people's conditions of life are satisfied. And from then, we can engage on the market and be capitalists and whatever. But only when you have that foundation. What's an example of proverbial land? It's not one thing. Land is pre-modern. In a modern state, there's an attachment, an interdependence between the state and the people. So proverbial land would be many things. But principally in the financial form, it's access to credit. That's a big thing. The state is engaging in policies that give more the middle class and the small guy access to credit for investments, right? Second thing is things like home ownership, owning a car, whatever. In China, they literally have own land, right? And because they're trying to modernize their agriculture, they're starting to replace land ownership with owning small one-unit apartment. Not small, but not one unit. Apartment units, right? The state is allowing people to have apartment units. All land is publicly owned, but we're talking about the leases on the land. That's what I mean. Yes, I'm saying, well, I don't know if I'm saying land as an abstraction. I'm going to come forward and clean with you and tell you that I literally do not know. I don't know if land is just the abstraction or if it actually literally is land, right? It may still literally be land. Why? Because land is economic space. Land is space in the abstract. It is economic space. Okay? And that has not disappeared. Look at the significance of real estate today. Just pure economic space, right, is a very important part of the capitalist mode of production. And it's the most neglected part, space. Most Marxists focus on time, labor, and profit, and all that stuff. What about space? One of the most preeminent Marxist theorists of our time is David Harvey. Why? Because he's a geographer. So he has an orientation towards space and not just time.
With capitalism, commodification, blah, blah. But I think it's not capitalism that outside pornography, a lot
Here? Hello, am I coming?
Usually, podcast guys want to appear to be intellectuals. Books. I think you are my ideal. Maybe you are really an intellectual, but wants to cover up this by pretending to be an ordinary guy and so on. you know, because a joke when I was young that the ideal in high school, was to have a learned book.
Yeah, Lance doesn't take him seriously. Why would Lance take this guy seriously? I mean, Lance was the type of person that was canceling this guy just a few years ago, you know? God, I'm so tired. Fuck.
Hegel, Marx, but just...
I'm not saying I could sleep. I can't sleep. I'm just like, actually, one of those things, you know? Stream shirtless. I just ate a fucking apple fritter. I'm too insecure to stream shirtless right now.
The cover inside it's hardcore pornography. Opposite. Like outside pornography, so that people say he's a normal guy like us, but inside it's Hegel's logic. Okay, give me instructions. How does this work?
Well,
you ask me questions or how?
I was going to ask you questions, but now I just want to pull out all my hardcore pornography to prove to you that I'm not an intellectual, that I'm a pseudo-intellectual.
No, but wait a minute. These are my old jokes. I use them, but pornography, I think, I'm not kidding.
Wait, this is important news. I'm getting a haircut Tuesday. Just want everyone to know.
Extremely interesting topic to study.
And yet, I'm not cutting my beard.
Because it's... you would have seen, you see everything, you blah, blah, blah. But it's the most censored thing you can imagine. You know that okay, you can ask me later if you want. Pornography, even with capitalism, commodification, blah, blah. But I think it's not capitalism that, although it's supposed to be like wild, you do what you want, it's maybe the most strictly regulated,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. One of the things, one of the first things I was exposed to you from was watching A Pervert's Guide to Cinema, and I rented that DVD because I thought it was going to.
Thank you, Morlock. Appreciate you, man.
To literally be about a pervert's guide to cinema, but then I got a much more intellectual discussion of movies and history. It was a very, very good film to start out with.
Yes, but this is not a bad joke, I never it's not narcissism, arrogance. I never watched any of my pervert's guide movies because it's very personal. I hate myself with all
based. I'm the same way. Most shit I don't even watch. I talk about it, I don't even watch it. Last night I tried watching a movie. I tried watching Stargate from 1994. And I hated the beginning so much I exited out. Then I tried watching the new Total Recall and I fell asleep. There's nothing to watch after Archive 81.
all my tics and this unclear pronunciation so much on screen, you know. It's intolerable for me. Okay, so tell me, how do we do? You ask me question, I answer. Do you have a fixed formula, blah blah? How does it work usually?
It's just a conversation. I mean, I know you have a very small amount of time, so I wanted to go right into.
I'm very sorry.
Well, how much time did he have? It was an hour. It was pretty long. An hour's a pretty long time.
Yes, because it's sit here. I have, this is an old joke, already for half a year, I think I have all the COVID symptoms without effectively having it. It's the other way. No, because now with Omicron, it's fashionable to have asymptomal COVID, no?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how it is with you. Here in Slovenia, something a little bit darker is happening. Usually, the COVID itself, the illness passes in a couple of times, it's nothing, you know. But then effects of so-called long COVID enter.
Yeah.
Like people who thought after 1 week it's over.
Yeah, I had that with coughing. I'm not coughing anymore, but yeah.
Then they are tired, they get trouble breathing, all that stuff. This is the really obscure thing. But listen, the last thing. First, I talk too much. I need a domina. Okay, you are not a domina, but you know what I mean. At any point and so on. Otherwise, it would be, you know, this is my standard joke. You never read philosophy. You know, no, late dialogues of Plato. You know how they look.
You want to know why it'd be awkward if I talked to Zizek? Because I would never laugh once. I would just be like, not funny. I literally watched, in 2016, I watched every YouTube video you had. I would literally watch your fucking 4-hour lectures and sit through the whole, every time you had a new 5-hour lecture, I'd watch it. Like every single one. It's almost like I'm an obsessive fanboy. It's actually creepy. It's actually creepy. Like, I literally consume all his books, all his lectures. Every time he would have a new podcast lecture, I'd watch it. Every single one. Like, every single one. Down to the brim. And I stopped. When he released Sex in the Fields Absolute, I did not read it. Because I already read Alenka Zupanchik's What is Sex? And that book led me to my own independent conclusions. And I felt like I moved past Zizek. Like my own independent, like, insights, right?
This is my favorite form of dialogue. One guy, Socrates, talks all the time, and he's...
You think you've missed anything he's released? No, I think he's stuck in the same problem. He has new insights and stuff. I don't know if I'm not really up to date. Maybe he solved his problem. But his problem, his same problem, I felt like I moved past that problem. Because I rediscovered Marx, actually. Does Zizek come after Land or before? Before. But Zizek critiques Land indirectly. Through his critique of object-oriented philosophy and speculative realism, like as a whole, and his critiques of Ray Brassier, Zizek has already completely critiqued Land. Completely critiqued him. Like, philosophically speaking, I have not seen Land respond to Zizek's challenges. Like, he doesn't acknowledge them, right? But Zizek has a very powerful critique of Nick Land, indirectly. It's just that, despite that, Zizek still has a problem at the end of his philosophy, and Land has a solution, to put it in the best way I can. Also, Land is a Nietzschean. Zizek is a kind of Platonic idealist. Basically, what that means is that from Nick Land, you're going to have so much like active literature and art and imagery and all this kind of stuff. And with Zizek, you just kind of are left with a question for thought, right? So it's like with Land, you have like a very powerful. Land is not a philosopher. It's not philosophy. It's Land's a materialist, right? Here's where I stand. So Zizek is kind of like Hegel, and then Land is like the pre-Hegelian English materialists. And although Marx disagreed with the English materialists, he still acknowledged materialism came from England, and they were onto something. They were onto something. They got it wrong, but they were onto something. So for me, Nick Land is onto something that Zizek has not taken seriously or acknowledged. So that's like my view.
Partner just says every 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, by zero.
Pesto, why are you laughing at me? Just say why. Don't fucking say ha, motherfucker. Thank you, Hide Wars. Wait, why am I thanking you?
So it is Socrates and so on. Yeah, so let's not do that, be brutal. And second thing, this is not live.
Oh, it is live. Sorry if I didn't explain that. Yes.
Okay, then okay, I will just be a little bit more careful, you know.
Okay.
So
No worries at all. There's nothing that I don't think we can't talk about. And I'll try my.
You can't say the N-word. I'm gonna if he ever comes out, I'm just gonna be okay. Listen, please do not say the N-word at all. Because there was one time where he was talking about how he was talking with his black friends in the U.S. And he was like, and they said I can call them, and he actually just said it, right? Well, he lives in Slovenia, so it's not like you can't cancel him for that, you know? What? Wait, there was a TwitchCon in Amsterdam in 2020? No fucking way. TwitchCon? There was? Was there TwitchCon in 2020? It was canceled? Then how do you have that fucking badge?
Are we already now available to so-called ordinary working classes, or will you put me on or out?
It'll be available. I make it available to everybody. Ordinary working classes.
No, but what I mean, if it's live, can they see us already now?
Yes.
Oh, then then sorry guys, I'm serious now, philosopher and so on.
No, my audience would probably prefer to have.
I'm going to TwitchCon in Amsterdam. I need to make some European friends, man.
Silly conversation. They
No, but nonetheless, unfortunately. Okay, let's begin with a serious point. My point is double here. First,
oh my god, every time I see someone from Europe and I'm like gonna raid them, I'm gonna ignore them because I'll never see them because they live in fucking the other side of the world. But now I realize, oh my god, they're gonna be at TwitchCon. So I should make friends in Europe.
That was already the problem with that movie, which I'm not saying it's a great movie. Mm-hmm. But it makes a good critical point, and it was typically, I think, misread, misinterpreted by the standard liberal left. Don't Look Up. We've all seen,
Yeah.
Shittiest movie of all time. I literally tried watching like 25 minutes of it. It was the most shitty, pretentious Hollywood film of all. I hate Hollywood. I fucking hate Hollywood. It's such a Hollywood film. It's like all the Hollywood actors. You're done, Hollywood. Just stop. Stop making films. Netflix took over, and I'm glad Netflix took over. Fuck Hollywood, man. I'm so sick of these. Who is it? Jennifer Lawrence? Oh, it's Jennifer Lawrence, and it's the guy from fucking Superbad. I hate that guy from Superbad. Fuck that guy. If I ever become famous, I will. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna go to a party and see him, and he's gonna be like, it's gonna be awkward and shit because I talk shit about him. But I'm sorry. I'm just sick of seeing him in movies. Okay.
I'd like to know your thoughts on that.
Automatically assume that the target are these Trump.
Oh, Timothée Chalamet. I'll tell you what. If I'm ever when I go to these famous people parties, and Timothy's there, and he comes to try to shake my hand, hell nah, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. I will never shake his hand. I will always hate Timothée Chalamet. Same thing with Pete Davidson. Fuck Pete Davidson. I will never shake his hand.
Deniers and so on. No.
Oh, why? Oh, why? So if I would have said I hate Pete Davidson 5 years ago, you'd be like, why? Why? Because I could tell. I could tell when I don't like someone. I could tell. Timothée Chalamet, I can tell I don't like that guy. I can tell. I can tell I don't like Chalamet.
It's much more subtle. The president, Meryl Streep, she is seen, you remember, in one photo in the background embracing Bill Clinton.
Yep.
She's simply democratic, and what it shows is even if you take it seriously, but you don't act on it, act on the attitude of those in power depicted in the movie is not that of outright denial, conspiracy theories, but precisely the way those who admit it, comet is approaching, but deny it in their activity, how they act. And that's what is going on today. I always take this example. You remember, it was horror that a couple of months ago, the Glasgow Conference on Global Warming.
Yep.
They were all saying almost, not quite, the correct thing. Prince Charles comes and says, all those, I find them so suspicious metaphors of time. We are 1 minute to midnight, to breakdown, to noon, blah, blah, blah. But it was as if we talk enough about it, we will not really have to do anything. It's that
posturing.
It's not that you have to deny knowledge. Admitting how bad the situation is works in itself as fetishist denial. Like you admit it, you say it, but nothing happens. And here, maybe you've seen it, or our listeners, in some of my texts, I often quote it, an excellent point, which I think today is more true than ever, from an early text by George Orwell, 37, I think, where he says the leftists like to talk so much about how we have to change the world, but what...
The fetishist disavowal. It's all from psychoanalysis. Okay? Fetishist disavowal. Y'all care about the fetishist disavowal? Do you care?
They are really afraid is that the world would really change, you, especially, I don't know how the situation is in Canada, but
it's very similar. It's a lot of pacification.
I have a problem with AOC, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, but when she conditionally supported Biden, all that stuff, blah, blah, I got the point. But some of her critics, I didn't agree with them because they said, no, Biden, capital, blah, blah, he will even worse or the same as Trump. You know what is the problem? Here I agree with my enemy, Chomsky, who said,
oh my God.
We don't have time to wait for some authentic revolution or whatever.
That's a straw man. That's a straw man. Yeah, this is cringe.
The situation ecologically and so on is so catastrophic.
That's what I told you. His biggest weakness is that ecology bullshit, right? That's his biggest weakness. It's always been his biggest weakness is he buys into that dumb bullshit about ecology.
Profit. You know that without any illusions, of course, we will be again and again disappointed, but we should just grab whatever we can. That's why I don't like, of course, I don't like opportunists, but I also don't like what I call principled opportunists. You know, these radical leftists who, whatever, of course, you make compromises, you try to do, they say, no, you just work for the capital, this is a trick of those in power, not to change things really, and so on and so on. No, I think, would you agree, the correct thing was Biden proposed some things which, in spite of all his, I'm so critical of Biden, in spite of all his problematic points, would have been good. All those trillions for environment and so on. We should just not so much support him as hold him, how do you put it in English, by his word, you know.
How? That's what Jimmy Dore was trying to do with Force the Vote.
Let's see if he'll really do it, because he's already...
That's literally what the Force the Vote people... Come on, man. You don't even know who the critics are.
Making compromises. The other thing where, now I'm instantly provoking you and our public, is I think we should learn to appreciate state. It's so fashionable today to claim, state is the ultimate enemy by radical left. All authentic politics takes place at a distance from state. But you know who is my source here? This will be probably surprise in rehabilitation of the state. You know, Alvaro Garcia Linera, I really appreciate him, the ex-vice president of Bolivia.
This shit is so boring that as I'm literally becoming so tired. I'm becoming so tired watching it. So guys, originally, I want to still show you some stuff, right? Because I never got to show you this, but I saw CNN. I did a clip of CNN the other day, and I want you guys to see this clip of CNN I did. So I clipped CNN. I was watching CNN. I clipped it. And I just want to show you what they were saying.
And I personally think that January 6th was the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. Anyway, breaking news. We just have footage of Joe Rogan saying the N-word 10 years ago. And Twitter's in a storm about it. Turns out Joe Rogan's a bad guy. Oh, and those Canadian truckers, they're a bunch of Nazis and racists and bigots. And anyway, everyone, Mendel was correct. And that guy Lysenko, he was totally wrong.
So every time I turn on CNN or mainstream media, this is what I see. It's so like blatantly obvious. The agenda is so obvious. It may as well look like this, right? Every single time I watch CNN.
Gyno Dino.
Right? And I was wondering, how can I stream this? Because I have an iPhone, and the iPhone lets me get CNN footage, if you catch my drift. So how do I stream that? Yeah, this is an arc from this is a footage from CNN that I acquired. Okay, there's another thing. I heard this was a skit, some kind. I want to make sure there's no TOS in it, but this is pretty disturbing. I want to make sure there's no nudity. There doesn't appear to be nudity in it, but I'll just show you this still from it. So there was a campus, college campus, where OnlyFans was encouraging daughters to do porn for financial freedom. Wow. It wasn't? Then what was it? It was sarcastic. It was a skit. Who did the skit? Who did the skit? Hey. All right, guys. I didn't get any sleep. I'm way too fucking tired to go on. I want to chill with you guys. I want to stay, but I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if I get sleep. Okay. I'm trying to see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Even if I have to sleep in till 8 p.m. Holy shit, Shodan. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, I do gotta get some sleep. I gotta go work out, get sleep. And I might take an edible or something. But it's been good. Been good. Oh, fuck. Alright, guys. I will see you tomorrow. I want to continue it so bad. It's just I'm too tired. I'm literally sleep deprived, right? Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for an earlier stream. I'm hoping. Oh, I'm just too tired, okay? And nominate me for that bullshit, right? No, go ahead and nominate me for that shit, okay? I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.